Hi guys, welcome to episode 295 of the official podcast. It's been a big week here. We've been made aware that someone has found us. Kaya, who's been made aware of us?
Well, last week, as you guys know, we talked about Ethan Oliver Ralph. And I don't know which one of you asked this, but one of you asked if I think he's gonna find out we talked about him. And got me thinking, because actually I realized only later on that he must have known about me already, because I've talked to so many people that this guy has even met in real life. I've been on Carl's show from Who Are These Podcasts to Dunk on Ralph. Carl has met Ethan in real life. They've been they've been on stage together before, actually. And I've actually heard that the moments when Ethan came on stage, he got booed. I've been on Dick Masterson's show in the past, a couple of years ago, and those two seem to be close. And also, one time I streamed about Ethan on Twitch, and one of his old co-hosts, Flamenco, was listening, and he joined in to give me some background on the lore. So that was fun. And apparently he has found out. Somebody has sent him the clip or something, or he just obsessively reads his own Kiwi Farm section. So he tweeted, "No idea who this Kaya pussy is, but he's desperately trying to get my attention. First the loser who runs Who Are These Pod had him on to launch a hit on me without any warning or options to respond, even though I met that snake in real life. They both suck hard from my small sampling." And then he says, "Sorry, I don't watch Bugman shit. Literally have no idea who these people are, and only know the other idiot cause of Dick Masterson." So he's calling me a bitch from behind a block on Twitter now.
Well, he's got you there, Kaya. You can't respond.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look like a bitch right now since you haven't said anything.
I know, right?
Well, Kaya did respond.
I just said unblock me, you doughy bitch. But the thing that gets me is, I launched a hit on him, quote, without any warning or options to respond. Bro, like, if you want to respond, I'll have you on this show. Well, what do you mean, any option to respond? And why the fuck should I warn you? Like, hey, man, I'm gonna make fun of you today. I hope that's okay. Is that what you want?
You have to give 2 weeks notice. You have to have your attorney reach out to his attorney. Make sure the guidelines are in place.
We plan on insulting you on the week of the 24th, so if you could just clear your schedule to make sure you're there for it.
Yeah, make sure you're standing by on your computer.
Anyway, yeah, so he's done that, and all I want, ever since he tweeted that, and I realized that he's aware of my existence, I just want to YouTuber fight him.
Oh my god, that'd be so good. It'd be so good.
I want Kaya and Ralph at the next creator clash. I want it. I want to see it.
I am a very simple man. I have no demands. I have only one stipulation. Because of Ethan's history of flaking on fights because he's a pussy, I will not go out of pocket. I will not buy plane tickets and hire a venue just so this asshole can flake on me. But if someone else wants to burn their money, I am so down to clown.
Well, why can't we just make it... You don't even need money. Just make it like a street fight. He's clearly well versed in those.
Yeah, he's pretty good at street fighting. The prison rules.
Just go to whatever bar he's at so he can scream at you, "Arrest him! Arrest him! Arrest him!" over and over again.
You guys are missing the point here. This has to be a very official match with like an official referee and by the books, by the rules. And here's why. This guy, he's like Cartman. I don't know if he's ever won a fight. But he has excuses every single time. When he gets his ass kicked off camera, he just makes up a lie about how it was 4 against 1 and I almost beat them and they ran away from me. And then when he gets his ass beat on camera, he just says, "Oh, it was a cheap shot. They sucker punched me, blah, blah, blah. It was 2 against 1 again. They pushed me. I wasn't looking." No, I want something where it is televised. There's like a doctor on standby, referee, boxing gloves, everything by the book, so he cannot make fucking excuses again. I want perfect conditions.
A chaplain to read your last rites, stuff like that. Make sure the
televised on ABC News, so everyone's a witness. Yeah.
The president's on standby to alert the nation of the results. He's in the Oval Office.
I just want to do, man, like, I'm not a fucking fighter. This isn't me trying to be a badass. I'm sure, like, most people will kick my ass, and I have been punched in the mouth before. It's not fun. It's not something I'd ever do for fun or to brag about getting punched in the mouth for some reason. But It's Ralph.
I was gonna ask that
You know what
actually.
I'm
Like,
saying?
how much fighting experience do you have? Like, I think you'd
near to
likely
none.
win.
I got my
Given
like
his-
I got in scuffles in fucking high school and shit, but that's it. Like as an adult, I've narrowly fought or had a reason to like
Would
even
so,
get
so
angry
would you
at
do
anyone.
would you do some training before this event were to take place?
Oh yes, I would lean so hard into it for no fucking reason to. I'd become a real life Rocky montage against fucking Ethan Ralph, a man who gets like his ass kicked by again 4 foot tall pedophiles in their PJs. It would be like taking a lollipop from a big fat toddler. It cannot be difficult. I don't want to. I can't believe that it would be difficult to kick Ethan's ass.
I don't
But what
think
if he
I
gets like superhero training and then he actually beats you? How bad would you feel?
I actually don't think there's
No.
a single universe where Ethan Ralph beats Kaya. Like during the last episode, I
No.
looked at like all of his televised, his recorded fights. He could narrowly manage to extend his elbow for a punch. Like I just don't see it happening.
He is so helpless. Like go on. I don't even know if it's on YouTube, but like punching the Portugal fight shit, where those two British guys beat him up, and it's like. It wasn't even a 2-against-1 fight, by the way. One of them was just holding the camera while the other one was pushing him around. And pushing him around is like, he couldn't even get up. Like, look at that gif in the chat right now. So, to describe it, imagine, again, a big fat baby in his diapers on the ground who has like a big man purse, and he's getting punched in the fucking head. And he can't even, like, correct his posture and lean up. He can't even find his bearings. He is so helpless. He is so
That's like-
defenseless.
That's like peak American trailer trash right there. Goes to a different country, immediately laying the street with their big fucking belly hanging out, getting knocked in the head.
To
I
be
know.
fair, they
Perfect.
deserved it because they're not America. It's just the American way to go somewhere else and do that.
Do you see
Yeah,
what I
true.
mean, though? This guy thinks like he's a badass. He talks shit so much on the internet. He constantly challenges people to fight him. He constantly goes after people's like families, shit talking and doxing their wives and shit.
It's
Talking
small
about
dog
dropping
syndrome,
bites.
right?
I mean, yeah.
The
He does
smallest
have a
dog is
small
always
dick.
a lot. The
Oh,
loudest
dog.
bite.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just said dick. Yeah.
No, small dog syndrome, like where the smallest dog always has like the loudest bark or, you know, constantly barks because they've got no other thing to do.
But yeah, so that's the update. He's aware of us now, much to my, you know, it was pretty funny when people start immediately. I was in like 4 different servers. Everybody started pinging me.
God, I hope
So
we can
that's
make
my-
that happen somehow.
That's my open invitation to Ralph. You can come on this show. You can fight me. But first you have to unblock me, you big fucking bitch.
Wait, so that's the next step is for him to unblock you so we can set up this fight.
Yeah, I mean anything,
I mean,
get in
that'd be-
contact.
yeah.
He's cancelled other fights though. He's not gonna do it.
I know, he's a pussy. That's why I'm saying I'm not gonna waste any of my own money for this fucking shit. But I'm sure someone, I mean, we could crowdfund this, you know? But I will not like, spend a single cent on like a fucking plane ticket just so this guy at the last second can say, oh, but they didn't want me to yell the N-word in the camera, so...
He'll probably get his ass beat on the way to the fight if it actually does get set up. He'll fucking fight with the Uber driver on the way over.
Yeah, it was shot
Which
with a
he'll
broken
lose
nose
somehow.
already.
Yeah.
He could be sitting behind the Uber driver while he's driving and start the fight, and the Uber driver will still win from just reaching back and slapping him.
I'm excited. I think he'll do it. I don't know. There's something inside me that says he might just take this one.
For
I don't know.
The popularity, like the attention.
No,
maybe?
I just feel like maybe at this point he might feel like he has something to prove. I don't know. I just
No.
feel like there's somewhat of a chance.
What are the
Yeah,
stakes,
it's-
Kaya? What do you get
what
if you
should they
win?
be? Oh man,
Self-imposed
I don't know.
exile off the internet. You have to quit if you lose.
Yeah, well,
No,
I mean, if
I
Kaya
mean-
loses this fight, I think he will willingly leave the internet. That'd be so embarrassing.
Oh, I will go to the nearest German train station and jump. That would be so fucking humiliating. That would suck. But no, I think, I mean,
Man,
it would be like fair. we're like roughly the same age. I think he's 33 or something. Don't let his like 50-year-old ass fool
It's
you.
not fair.
That's just the
It's
fucking
not
pills.
fair.
What? Hey, I mean, it's not.
And like 5'1", age is like the least relevant fact here.
Okay, I'm trying to goad him into this. All right, can you not?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty fair. Kai is small too and pretty fat. It'll even out.
I have a limp. I have a bum shoulder. Yeah, you can beat me.
What if you do commit to making it fair for him, so that he does confirm the fight? What if you like promise to gain like 40 pounds before the fight?
That just make Kaya more fearsome. Like that make the fight more lopsided in Kaya's favor.
I start popping pills and just eating McDonald's all day.
Yeah.
Going to Portugal.
You can't really do anything about the height because you're like 5'11".
Hey, I'm
right?
6 foot. Yeah, don't undersell me. There's women listening.
How tall is Ralph?
5'11".
5'1". Oh, is he 5'11"? I thought he was 5'1".
I looked it up because I was curious. He's 5'11".
Okay, this could be a pretty even fight. Yeah.
Is he? I thought he was way shorter than that.
He's
Wait,
listed.
are you sure?
He's listed at 5'11".
I swear I saw.
I
Like
feel like
5'1".
I feel like if you balance out his fat and your muscle, you're the same weight class too.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's very generous math there.
Yeah. I like to be nice. I don't know.
Oh, you grabbed this off starsgab.com.
Yeah.
That can't be the most reputable source, surely.
Well, where am I? I don't even.
Gab?
The only place that says he's 5'1" is Kiwi Farms. I mean, I guess that could be accurate. I'm really not sure.
Okay, so Ralph stated that he's about 5'9", apparently.
Oh, well, he gets
So-
into fights over people calling him 5'1", so there's issues there.
No, Jesus Christ, Jackson, you got that off EliteProspects.com, which is for a fucking 18-year-old high school student, an athlete.
It's creepy.
Wait, this high school student is an elite athlete and 5'1"?
5'9". You got the 5'9" from Elite Prospects. I just saw
right.
this. Date of
What?
birth,
Wait, no, but-
2004.
Wait, I swear it said Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, the kid's name is Ethan Ralph Jackson. He's a fucking high school sports player, and he's listed on here as a prospect.
All right, anyway, we need to make this happen. What is this retard's Twitter handle? I'm gonna mobilize our fan base here. All right, Ralpha Bros, at the Ralph Retort. Tell him to unblock me. This big baby. What? I don't even know why he has me blocked. Sometimes I'm just befuddled. I don't understand why I'm on so many block lists. Apparently, all I do is
Why
fucking
are you-
like cat photos.
Why does someone like him block anyway? What's the point?
He's a bitch. And it's such bizarre behavior too, because he does the same thing that Boogie does, where he obsessively reads people hating on him on the internet. So if you're gonna do that anyway, then what's with the charade of even blocking people?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this is exciting. It's exciting that finally got some official beef to go after.
We finally made it. The show finally taking off.
Yes, finally some drama. I know. I've said for
we
years
wanted this
that
from
we
the
need
very
a
beginning,
nemesis.
right? Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, you know, a tier 1 celebrity here. It's a fucking white nationalist, a racist piece of shit.
Is he actually a white nationalist?
From
Well,
everything I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of sort of the lazy kind. Like I said last week, you would think that these people would look up to, or at least watch for entertainment, people like, you know, those like chiseled chin Hitler Youth types that you would see on old Nazi promotion, like propaganda posters. But no, it's Ethan.
Yeah, it's always these people that think they're like the cream of the crop. They think they're the chosen race or the chosen people or whatever, and they're always this type.
I can't believe he's 36. He looks so fucking rough
Yeah.
for 36. It's unreal.
Oh yeah, that's what happens when you fucking pop pills 24/7. All right.
All right, nice update there. Thank you.
Yeah. What else we got? They announced 27 million new Marvel movies. Do you guys give a shit?
Thank fucking God. Now I have movies
Yeah.
to watch. Thank God.
I was actually thinking on the weekend there's a serious lack of Marvel movies and properties at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know what to choose.
know,
I
it's been like
thought I
2
could
weeks
maybe
since one came out.
I thought I could maybe fill my life with hobbies or other interests, but Marvel thankfully was still there to keep me roped in.
It definitely feels like it's on the decline, though, in terms of like what people are willing to accept after what was it, Infinity War, right? The last one, Endgame. Yeah.
I think
after Endgame,
after
it just seems like it's all messy and they don't know what they're really doing anymore.
it's because the big overarching stakes are done. Like the whole point of the character movies were to be like, oh, Ant-Man will fight Thanos, and here's his backstory, and then this happened in between this moment, and it's like it was all building to something. It was all building to Endgame. But now that there's nothing to build to, it's like, oh, but Thor continued to have adventures after Thanos died, and it's like, okay, I don't care as much. That's fine, I
apparently
guess.
the Thor movie was really bad too, the most recent one.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Looking at the
Thor,
the new Thor, Love and Thunder. Yeah, apparently it's bad. The only thing that I'm even remotely interested in what they're calling Phase 5 is Blade. Everything else,
Yeah, they're gonna
I
butcher
don't even know what I'm
Blade.
looking at.
They're gonna butcher
Yeah, they're
it.
probably gonna butcher Blade. Yeah.
Yeah, like the first 2 Blade movies, the ones that already exist, are pretty damn good. They still hold up as like really corny popcorn theater shit that you can just put on and watch Wesley Snipes be cool for 2 hours. But yeah, I also think they're gonna fuck it up somehow. Plus, I want if it's gonna be I don't want Marvel to be involved in this, because I know this means I'm gonna have to watch like 17 other movies to get it. You know? There's gonna be a billion side characters.
The biggest downside. The biggest downside is it's gonna be quippy. Like,
like
they're gonna take Blade, which was always about being like cool and kind of dumb cool
Edgy.
and cheesy cool and edgy cool, and they're gonna make Blade the whole movie be all like, oh, this really sucks, when he like looks at a vampire sucking blood or something. Or you know what? I'm gonna call this now. There's gonna be a scene where they're gonna keep a little bit of the edginess, and Blade is gonna kill a room of vampires, and he'll be covered in blood, and his sidekick will look at him and say, "You've got something on you. A little something on your face there. Like, you gotta. Never mind. You'll get it later." And that'll be the joke.
Yeah.
That'll be the humor. Ugh.
I really hope not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just keep everyone that ever worked on Deadpool away from this fucking movie. I hate that character so much, man. Like, I get the movies are fun, but his entire character is I curse. Shit fuck cuntsicle. That's like the writing in that
Oh, was that
fucking
Ryan
movie.
Reynolds? Did he show up for a second? Anyone else
That
here?
was a spot-on impression.
Isn't that
was
literally
great.
just Deadpool talking for 2 hours? It gets old. I don't see the fucking point.
It depends on the
It's the
writer.
characters around Deadpool that are pretty interesting, like Kane and all them, and the girl that's lucky, Domino. I think they're pretty interesting.
Domino is awesome. Okay, yeah, I like that character too.
I think Deadpool's they're fun
Yeah,
movies.
they're fun movies.
At least.
I liked both of them a lot. Yeah.
By the way, no, I like them too. I don't like the fucking humor in them very much. I like the action and shit. Anyway, they also, in the process of promoting the new Black Panther movie, decided to sock puppeteer Chadwick Boseman's Twitter account to promote
It's fucking
the
weird.
movie.
That's so weird.
Do you really sell your soul
remember,
to
it's not
Disney?
the first time Marvel has done this. They commandeered Stan Lee's account.
That was not Marvel. That was his family or someone close
in
to Stan.
conjunction with
Someone
Marvel.
had to like those Thanos penis pictures, okay?
What do you mean it wasn't Marvel? Marvel offered them enough money for them to do it.
No, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you talking about the NFTs?
Oh no, I'm not talking about
NFTs.
NFTs, but the account still promotes stuff, right?
Oh. I thought you were talking about the NFTs.
I didn't even know
No,
that.
I remember
NFTs
what
was Stan
Jax
Lee.
was talking about. It's fucking weird, man. Like, even in death, there is no rest from fucking Disney.
Yeah, like look at Stan Lee's Twitter account, official Twitter of Stan Lee, independently powered by Power Entertainment. So there's some fucking ad agency or whatever currently running his Twitter account, pretending to be the corpse of someone that's dead. Oh my god, it's
Honoring
so
Stan Lee's
disgusting.
legacy and doing that by promoting Marvel fucking capeshit slop.
His fucking, the literal line after honoring Stan's legacy is "Shop the new Excelsior by Stan collection." Like, this is embarrassing.
Oh, Chris, I didn't see that.
Holy shit.
Maybe you're right, Jackson. I thought you were just talking about the NFT thing.
I mean, if they're willing to do NFTs, they're definitely willing to hawk other stuff. So I think we're both right.
Aren't they also still like deep faking him into the movies for the sake of the cameos?
Nah, he hasn't had a cameo in like the last 5.
Oh. I thought
they
they had one.
deepfaked
Maybe I'm
Carrie
thinking
Fisher
of,
and stuff like that, didn't they?
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of scenes they just released posthumously. I don't know. Anyway, it's such fucking slop. It gets like, look at these fucking. What is Quantum Mania? The Marvels.
That's
Iron
like their,
Hearts.
that's like their
Agatha.
big overarching plot now, like the multiverse, the quantum realm, and all of that. But it still doesn't. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna work together very well. Plus, they release so many fucking Disney shows for Marvel that are all so boring. It's just I can't really get excited
They look like
for it.
shit.
That's my issue. It doesn't feel like there's a cohesive vision anymore.
Yeah.
And even if there is, it's coming across in Disney Plus TV shows, which I have no interest in watching. So,
Well, I assume they all. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, if I've got no interest in watching it, I'm not gonna get the cohesive vision that they may have anyway.
Yeah, and I don't think they coordinate properly either, because a lot of people that I saw online talking about that multiverse of madness or whatever that piece of shit was called is like, oh, this invalidates everything in Scarlet Witch or whatever the hell her show was called. It's like, yeah, I mean, these people
WandaVision.
probably don't even. Yeah, WandaVision. These people probably barely even talk to each other anymore, man. They have like 60 fucking of these projects going on at the same time. It's like, yeah, they're gonna contradict each other and invalidate each other.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 in the span of what, 2 years? Jesus Christ.
That's less than I
That's
thought.
insane.
I love the Stan Lee Twitter account now because I'm scrolling through and I'm trying to find they basically are just posting photos and memories of things he did, like attending giant cons and taking photo ops and this. But one of their favorite memories is, did you know in 2013 Stan partnered with Doritos on their Crash the Super Bowl contest and clearly had a terrific time? It's just a photo of Stan with a
Stanley
bag of
does love
Doritos. That's
is
honoring
kinda-
his legacy for sure.
That's kind of
He was-
epic.
Yeah. I always remember in all the new Marvel movies, all the characters eat Doritos and they look at the camera and say, I love these Doritos. I'm Thor and I need Doritos.
Maybe it's what he wanted. Who knows? We don't know Stanley. Maybe he wanted to be used permanently until the end of time.
It was his final wish
puppet.
to sign off on any and all sponsorships.
At least I would understand like a memorial type thing where, because I'm on Chadwick Boseman's right now and it's just shit like, oh, he was such a good person, we miss him dearly, yada yada. That's like so much better than NFT shit. People need to like at least have a subclause in your contract that once this soulless mega corporation commandeers your account, they cannot use it for promotional purposes.
Yeah. Who's eating this shit up? Who is it for? Who's sitting
I
around
don't
waiting for the
know.
next Stan Lee tweet to clap their hands?
Nerds.
Dude, I don't know, but the Wakanda Forever tweet from Chadwick has 700,000 likes. So even with like, that's so many fucking people.
Yeah, that is
It
a ton.
is.
Who's even gonna be the new Black Panther? Is it
Well, they're
gonna
not
be
going to
Blade?
replace him.
Yeah, they're
Is
not.
it gonna have 2 jobs?
As I recall, they're not like replacing Chadwick as Black Panther. I don't exactly know how they're doing it, but they're not like replacing him.
I'd
Yeah,
be willing to
it's-
bet a significant portion of those likes don't even know Chadwick died. And they're just like, oh, Black Panther tweet. Cool.
Maybe that's the trick, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You might actually be right.
Yeah, you might be.
Man, to be fair, he died up and like just suddenly, you know? And it was
Yeah.
actually, I
Well,
respected
suddenly
that a
for
lot
the
because-
audience.
Well, yeah,
Suddenly
that's
for the
what I
audience,
mean.
it wasn't.
But he had cancer and he was like fighting cancer as he was doing all this shit, all the movies and like publicity and whatnot, and he just did it in private, you know? Just without telling
Yeah.
anyone, and that was pretty impressive. Like this guy used to go to fucking, I think, children's hospitals and do, you know, nice gigs for kids with cancer and stuff, and meanwhile he was suffering cancer himself.
Maybe he was stealing their treatment. That's why he was doing all that.
Well, it
You
wasn't
know, I don't
working then.
think. Yeah, don't besmirch his name, Andrew.
Hey, if the man can post on Twitter from the dead, he's capable
That's
of a lot
true.
of things.
I heard Chadwick loved the official podcast.
Yeah.
Don't sue me, Disney. That's a joke.
Yeah, you're going after the one company that loves suing more than their own entertainment properties. Enjoy that.
Are there any other fun Disney news lately? Any other ventures that have been failing in their fun parks?
Star Wars
Like shitty
Hotel.
hotels?
Yeah, Star
Yeah,
Wars
we
Hotel.
talked about that. I meant after that. Anything new?
No, just the Star Wars Hotel.
Bummer. Let's see
I
what else
do.
we have.
I do have something to toss to you, Jackson, because I haven't looked it up, and I figured you'd be knowledgeable. Bungie's new lawsuit. What's that all about?
The one that happened after the guy that was like copyright striking all of the
yeah.
music YouTubers.
There's one
Yeah,
from like
so-
this week.
Yeah, Bungie's gone lawsuit crazy at the moment. They're loving it. Their lawyers are working overtime. So their current lawsuit that I read about was in regards to a player that was harassing developers, and also I believe he was like promoting cheats on his stream, maybe, I think. so they're going after people that are like tweeting death threats at their employees now as well, which is fine. I'm fine with that. I don't care. They
Wait,
should be.
Is this from that
sued.
one troll who was falsely flagging everyone, or am
Different
I thinking
person.
No, different person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, what a headline here. I looked it up. Bungie levels multi-million-dollar lawsuit against cheating pest who threatened developers to keep your doors locked.
Holy
Yeah, there was
shit.
one tweet. There was one tweet by the guy where I was like, "Yeah, all right, this guy's pretty unhinged." He's like, I've just moved into the neighborhood of this employee." I think he added them and said that they better sleep with like one eye closed, open tonight or something like that. Like he was pretty unhinged. Fucking lunatic.
Yeah, all right, well, fuck that guy then. How much is he getting sued for?
A couple million. Just a couple. I'm sure he's got it.
Yeah, I'm sure he's good for it.
What happens in that situation if you don't have the capital to pay for what you're sued for?
I
Like,
think...
do you have to take out a
bankruptcy, I
loan?
No, I'm pretty sure that you go into debt like forever. Like you have to gradually pay it off on a schedule.
So it's like a student loan.
Yeah, kind of. As far as I know, I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, they've just permanently fucked this guy's life. Well, they haven't. He did, technically.
His names were so stupid to his username, so apparently he would get banned and then immediately make new accounts faster than Bungie could ban him, which I don't even like. Trapstar Miffy. Why? Garoga 2. Bungie mad.
Wait, one of his usernames was Bungie Mad?
Yeah, and when Bungie mad got banned, he replaced it with ha 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 lol XD, which was also banned.
Ugh, cringe. Well, I can't imagine getting this mad at fucking video games that you send death threats to the developers. Like, sure, I don't agree with every decision that Bungie's made with Destiny, but I don't care nearly that much.
I mean,
Am I-
he
is my
was
voice
he was
lagging?
pretty
No,
blatant
no.
about this stuff, though. He'd
just
go on
reading.
Twitter and ask if anyone was able to commit arson at a specified location in the Seattle area. Like he
Yeah,
was,
which is where Bungie lives and works.
yeah, he. Oh, and then he put afterwards, if it happens to be Bungie HQ, you get a discount. Like, oh man.
So why does he hate Bungie so much?
Yeah, well, the same reason anyone hates irrationally. Like, it's just some perceived slight against him, I assume. Yeah, you get that in all video game communities, Charlie. You should know that. You've probably got your fair share as well.
But this is like a completely different level of upset at a company.
I want to see this guy's photo.
was
I
it-
can't find a photo of this tubby bitch.
I know. I was
And I
trying
bet
to
he's
find him
fat.
too.
Was it like a feedback loop where like did he get banned and then do this shit and it caused him to get banned again or vice versa?
Dude, people get so damn mad at getting banned from
Yeah.
shit. It's so bizarre to me. Like, even on something as low level as a dink, like, you guys would be so,
Discord server.
yeah, baffled by how mad some people get when they get banned from my dinky dumbass server. It's like it's a fucking chat. Who gives a shit? Why are you so obsessed with this stuff? Or when
It's
people get banned on
entitlement.
Reddit or Twitch chat or video games, like, who gives a fuck? Just move on.
It's all just entitlement. People think that they're entitled to be somewhere, and they're like, oh, I'm having a disagreement. I don't care. It's my fucking space. I'm allowed to be here. I can say what I want.
Yeah, let's say it's not even that big
feel
of a
like there's
deal.
some perceived injustice levied against them. Like they don't
Exactly.
deserve it.
I guess, yeah. Hey, me being blocked by Ethan Ralph is not the same at all, chat. Fuck you. That is
is actually
cosmic
the same.
justice I'm demanding.
They've got you there.
I should
It
make
is the
another
same.
account called Ethan Mad. Follow him.
Lol XD. Yeah. Yeah, wait, so you can't find any photos of him?
I can't find anything on him, like,
No.
in general. Like, not even a social media presence, which I'm assuming he had since he streamed, right?
Yeah.
I can't
must
find
have.
any of it.
Can you check out his loot in the game and see if he had good stuff or something?
Well, that wouldn't matter. Cheating doesn't give you, like, good loot. You still have to do all the grinding. All it would do is just, like, help him in PvP and shit.
Oh.
Have you checked any of the
It's not even
local
a good cheat,
saloons
then.
for any wanted posters, maybe? Maybe they've got his face up there.
Yeah,
Maybe he's on the run.
for bounty hunters, like, offering a reward.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
lawsuit.
I don't know. I can't
Sorry.
imagine being that mad.
The suit in fact details how Leon, that's the guy's name, boasted about Bungie not being smart enough to stop him. Quote, my point is more Bungie will never be able to stop me if I persisted in my actions.
Why
Sounds like
do
they
all
stopped you
say
with a
this?
lawsuit.
Why are they all acting like there's some like evil
Like they're the
mastermind
Joker.
genius?
I know.
Yeah.
Here, quote, 7 bans in and still going strong at Bungie. Battle Eye is shit. Took me 30 seconds to get around your silly hardware ban. Why?
I bet his solution was like buying a whole new fucking console or PC or something, and he's acting
You
like
can
he's the
change your-
genius.
Sitting on
Hardware
9
ID pretty
PlayStation
easily.
5s.
You can change your
Yes,
hardware
outsmarted
ID pretty
again, Bungie.
easily, but it's like, again, why do you want to be places where you're not welcome? Like, I've been banned from plenty of fucking places on the internet, as you might imagine. It's like, okay, it's not my crowd, I guess.
Well, the
why
other
would I
thing-
force myself on you?
The other thing is, why can't people just let shit go? Like, let's say he was banned and had this issue. Why can't he just get a new account and then keep quiet and be like, okay, I can still play?
Because he's a fucking loser.
I know.
Clearly, he's a loser with
He
like
wants to be
a
spiteful about it.
superiority complex. He thinks he's a genius.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know. I was going to compare it to my situation because I got banned on Discord and I'm still here, but it's like I work on this fucking app, you know, this goddamn hellhole. It's a video game. I get, does Destiny cost money? Did he actually...
Well, yeah, of course it costs money.
Well, I didn't
I
know
mean,
if
it's
it was
free to
like,
play,
was
but
he
he-
free to...
It is free to play, but like you have to pay to do anything in the game. Basically, like you have to pay for expansions and there's microtransactions and stuff like that.
So yeah,
It's
I'm
not
actually
really free to
curious
play.
then. Did this guy like lose a lot of loot or something?
Well, if he lost
Probably, yeah.
access, then yeah, he would have lost anything that he paid for.
I wonder how much.
That's how it is with any like live service game, though, or any MMO for that matter.
Yeah. Are there screenshots of shit he said and threatened?
I
To
didn't
the
see
employees,
anything.
I mean.
I didn't see shit.
Yeah, I only see the keep your doors locked thing. What a loser.
Yeah, Bungie's killing it with these lawsuits. Like, I am once again rooting for Bungie. Just fuck this guy, I guess.
By the way, shout out to PCGamer.com for teaching their fucking authors on their website to actually use archive websites instead of directly linking to tweets that people delete. Thank you. He says, yeah, your game is so fucking dog shit, keep your doors locked at Bungie. Why do you
So
want to
fucking
play a
dog shit,
game?
but he's made like 8 accounts to play it.
I know, yeah. It's
That's
almost
what I
like he's
don't
mad
get.
they're making him play or something.
It's absolutely what I don't understand. Why do you play something that you hate so much? And I know the arguments were made a few weeks ago about my Assassin's Creed thing, but I did enjoy that process.
You
that
just,
wasn't
you're
something
just
that I
lying to yourself.
hated.
Is what's,
Yeah.
that's
No,
what's
I'm
happening
not.
there.
I
Ubisoft
enjoyed
should
the
sue
game. I
you
enjoyed
for-
something about it. I wasn't fucking tweeting at them either about how shit their game is.
They should sue you for unironically saying you enjoyed Assassin's Creed. It's a fucking like
Yeah.
lawsuit and a half.
It's not at all the same.
The fuck? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find this guy's fucking Twitter profile. Oh, it's at Inkcell, but I think he changed it. Or someone else took it, maybe.
I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about Elon Musk?
Sure. Let's talk about the mayonnaise man.
Mayonnaise man? I didn't see that one.
He looks like he's made of mayonnaise.
Oh, right. Yeah. He tweeted the other day saying he hasn't had sex in ages. Sigh.
Got
And
him.
someone
Take that,
was in the
Twitter.
comment. Wait, can I find that fucking comment? Have you guys seen that one guy in his replies offering to blow him? Like, unironically.
No, dude, there was so many. There was so many.
Continue, I'm just trying to dig it up.
What happened to him? He's gone down the rabbit hole. He can't get out. He's stuck down there. So he was talking about how he's just been on holiday or whatever. Or no, it was about...
No, okay,
it was
I
in
found-
reference to a tweet saying that Elon Musk's allegedly banged Google co-founder Sergey Brin's wife, leading to the couple's divorce filing. The two are apparently no longer friends. And then Elon Musk replied saying, "Haven't even had sex in ages." And then in parentheses, sigh. It's so fucking lame.
Someone's lady's asking, "Damn, not even on the vacation? Like, have you seen him without his shirt on? Lady, how would he get laid?"
I mean, he's a billionaire. Of course he could get laid.
I mean, yeah, yes, he could just pay anyone, but
As made evident by the replies in the Twitter. Some guy offering to blow him, a whole bunch of other people saying, "Oh, if you come to my city, I'll fuck you," and stuff like that.
yeah. You need sex and should put sex on your busy schedule. It's an excellent form of exercise and treats anxiety. Put sex
said
on your
that?
schedule. Some random reply.
Yeah, he's not having sex because he's just too busy. He's got too
The
much
fuck
going
is
on.
a super follower? Does Twitter have like embedded simping now? Do people actually
Yeah, you
pay
can-
Elon Musk money on Twitter?
Wait, does Elon Musk have super followers?
I am looking at a
Oh my
super
God.
follower.
Seeing as he
Oh
has
my
over
God.
100 million followers on Twitter, I would not be surprised if he did.
Well, no, it's just something you turn on. You can pay to be
Oh.
a super follower of an account.
People really
Well,
like
I'm not seeing
mayonnaise.
that option.
Holy
Maybe this
shit.
person is
I'm not
super
seeing the
following.
option on Elon Musk.
Yeah, I'm just seeing like it on someone else's name, but they may be.
Or
Okay.
maybe those are
something
super
else.
followers of you, Kaya. Maybe
No.
they're paying you.
I definitely don't have that shit.
That'd be so fucking sad if people were paying the billionaire just for his tweets.
Oh my god, that would be so damn pathetic. So when do you guys figure he's had sex last? Was it with that Grimes girl?
Most likely.
No.
Nah, I'm sure he's had sex since then.
He's been hanging out with his mum a lot, right? We believe that his family is a family of incest.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
true.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I'm surprised he's not having sex much, though, since he's tweeting all the time about how he wants more children and people need to start having more children. People
Oh my god,
should
enough
have as many
already.
children as they can.
I know, but he's just pumped out so many goddamn spurgs, and it turns me into a feral fucking raging communist every time I see photos of those pudgy fucking kids, knowing that they were born into wealth that like no one else on earth could achieve in a million lifetimes. It annoys me. And he's also one of, like I said last week, he's one of those fuckers like Ethan who just pump out kids and that's it. He scored. That's all that counts. It doesn't matter if you are actually a good father to them and raise decent human beings or anything. Just fucking pumps out kids and hands them to his maids.
Well, to be fair, he did take his kids to the fucking Pope. Did your dad do that for you, Kaya? I know mine didn't.
Wait, what?
My dad didn't take me to the Pope. Elon Musk
Oh.
took his kids to the Pope.
Yeah, I guess. To take
that's
awkward
pretty good.
photos.
Actually, I probably wouldn't let my kids around the Pope.
That'd be like
Or
the
any,
last place you want to take kids out, imagine.
Yeah.
That'd be a bad idea. Andrew, what about you? You gonna have kids? You gonna take
And
them
take
around
him to
the
the
Pope?
Pope. I don't know.
Like offering.
When I check my to-do list, I didn't really put that high up, but I could scooch it up there. Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever have kids, Andrew?
I want to say no, but realistically, I can't say for certain, you know, because you never know what'll change in the future. Like, currently no, but you never know if I hit like 40 and I'll be like, oh god, my life is nothing, I need children. You know what I mean?
I need a living servant.
I need someone to take care of me, I'm getting old. Shit. I don't know.
What's holding you back?
What? Wait, you mean now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a cool, fulfilling life. I don't feel like
but
I
then you
need
can
children right now.
Then you can share it with a kid.
Shit,
You
you're
can live
right.
a
All
cool,
right, let me go
fulfilling
make some.
life.
I'll be right back.
Thanks. Let me know how it goes. I want to know what
I'll
it's like
send
to
you video
raise a
evidence.
kid.
Yeah, I'll send you proof. Well, what
Fun
about
social
you?
experiment.
What about you, Jackson, Mr. Childless?
Jackson's absolutely
Too
the kind of
young.
guy to want kids like in 10 years, I'd say.
Just show
with
them
him.
Assassin's Creed and be like, "This is what I spent my whole summer on. Look at it."
Why do you say that? I'm like not the type of person that would want kids.
I just really feel like you would have like a traditional value when it comes to like reproduction. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it would be out of any of us, it
Kaya.
would definitely be Kaya.
100%
Yeah.
Kaya.
Oh, yeah,
Kaya, I think, has
Kaya.
mentioned wanting kids.
Yeah, openly. I never denied this. I like
There you
kids.
go.
I used to be, I also used to be, of course, when you're like young and you're 19, you're like, ew, yucky children. But yeah, as you grow older, and I've talked about this before on the show even, I had that one epiphanous moment where I was visiting my cousin and his wife actually and their daughter, and she was like 2 or something. That was the most adorable fucking kid I have ever met in my life. That was so damn
You got
stinking
clucky.
cute. I know, but it's like, okay, why is that not a valid reason for me to like kids, whereas it is a valid reason to hate kids because you got stuck with a dumb one on a plane, right? And I genuinely just had the best fucking time, man, because I like juggled balls for her and shit, and then she would grab me, but she had teeny tiniest hands, and she would grab me by one finger because, again, my hands are bigger, and she would drag me to her toys to have me juggle different toys, and she would just make me juggle, and she would clap and laugh, and she learned my name. It was adorable. I loved it, and I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, okay, you know, I wouldn't mind, like, wiping this thing's nose and fucking taking care of it, I guess, when it's sick and shit, so it's probably worth it. This seems like
Long
happiness.
story short, Kaya now owns that child and the family is worried sick.
I can't have it.
She's not allowed to go outside, but she's got plenty of toys, plenty of water in her dish.
Kaya juggles for her every night.
Every night, keep her satisfied and entertained. Yeah.
I don't know. They're fun, man. Kids are fun. It's really, again, I also have a nephew who's a bit older than her. And it's like seeing the emergence of intelligence when you actually sit down with a kid and like play games with them and you realize, oh, like this thing, it's developed, like it's getting smarter by the day, you know? It's
It's like a
fascinating.
little
to witness.
machine of flesh.
Kaya, you sound like an
Yeah.
authentic parent at the PTA meeting. I like to see the emergence of their intelligence.
It is. I mean, sometimes you just have those thoughts in your head like, huh. You know, I mean, when you hang out with fucking adults, you kind of take it for granted, and then you realize, oh, these dummies have to learn how to tie their shoes still. It's not something you're used to, but it's
So
fun to
you just
witness.
like kids because you like to feel smarter about yourself?
This kid's so fucking stupid. He can't even play games.
Look, I may have gotten in an argument with them, but to be fair, I was right about the Lego configuration, all right?
Kaya followed the instructions. Meanwhile, they're just putting pieces together
Yeah,
willy-nilly.
they can't even read yet. That's so
Fucking idiots.
Kids are so cringe when you really think about it. They can't do anything. How
They really
embarrassing.
can't.
do
I know
shit.
we've brought this topic up 38 times on this
Yeah.
show, but I don't care. Kids are fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're
End
fucking
of
dumb.
story. So
Yeah,
dumb.
but they're
meant to be.
adorably stupid sometimes.
If you're under 18 and listening to this, I want you to know you're a fucking moron. That's all there is to it. It's
Oh, if
over.
you're
You're still
over
a
18, you can
moron
also
even
be
after you
moron.
turn 18.
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
under
yeah.
25
Oh,
and
yeah.
listening to this, you're a fucking idiot.
Actually, you're probably more of a moron after 18 because you don't have the excuse of age anymore. If you're dumb
No.
up past 18, there's no excuse.
No, Jackson, if you ask a fucking like 5-year-old what the sun is, boy, will they tell you a million things, but I don't know.
What the fuck? You can do that right now. On TikTok, there's this lady who's named like The Truth or something. All of her TikToks are about how the moon is fake.
Yeah, come
But
on,
that's a
Andrew.
minority of people.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
very
but
small minority of people.
Yeah, but what my point is, it has nothing to do with like age. at all.
Yes, it does. Nearly every 5-year-old is going to be like, the moon is a giant, like, sun dragon, or the moon is like an alien. Like, far more
all that
kids,
takes is for you to tell her or him.
far more
that the
children
moon
are
is
going to say
not.
that the moon and the sun are impossible things than fucking, like, random adults.
It's much
but
easier to convince
all
a
you have to
child
do-
of the truth.
yeah.
You can just tell the child, like, no, the moon
Yeah.
is not a sky
And
dragon.
then they'll just regurgitate that information, whereas trying to convince a flat earther is impossible.
exactly.
But the
you
flat
can-
earthers make up, like, such an insignificant portion of the greater amount of people out
Yeah,
there.
I guess the point I'm making is, like, a child
You
can
just hate
learn.
idiots on TikTok, and I do too. I agree.
Yeah, but I guess the argument really is just like children are smarter than half these fucking idiots. I don't even know what I'm saying.
If you're,
anymore.
on,
It's just
if you're on
upsetting.
TikTok, you're like an embarrassment to society. I completely agree.
you cannot
there is
let your
nothing
kids
good
off.
on TikTok.
This is already, I
Nothing.
already feel so damn bad for like parents in this day and age who are themselves not technologically literate, because you now have this entire attack vector on your child that how do you even defend against this shit? Like, how do you stop your kid from going on TikTok short of literally, like, I'm thinking when I have a kid, I'm just gonna give him one of those old flip phones without internet on it, and if he needs to call me, he can call me. But other than that, the fucking shit that I sometimes see on there is demented. That cannot be healthy for children, and it's not, as we're seeing from like all the increased mental illness rate in the kids.
You can't
these
shelter
days.
him like that though, Kaya. It's gonna be like those Christian parents that like forbid their kids from like doing anything, then they go buck wild when they're free. You still can't
No,
do that. You
it's-
just need to
I
monitor.
know,
You
it.
but
can
there has
shelter people
to
from
be a
social
balance.
media.
There has to be a balance, man. It's not sheltering my kid to not let him get groomed on TikTok. Like, that's not happening. I'm not letting him get on some fucking Chinese demonic spyware app to ruin himself. It's so
He's
creepy.
gonna- Yeah, but I just really feel like when you do something like that, it harbors resentment from them because all their friends are going to be on TikTok. All you need to do is just like be an active parent. Like they can go on TikTok, but you need to just supervise what they're doing
Teach
on
them.
there. Yeah. It's as
And
simple
come
as
at
that.
it from a place of care and love instead
Yeah.
of like authority.
Yeah, instead of like talking about the demonic spyware.
Okay, you guys are acting as if the two are mutually exclusive. Yes, show compassion, love, and raise them like a good father or mother. But also,
And
TikTok
then
is
pull
not
out the
some must-have
corkboard of like
app.
Chinese conspiracies and like red tape and stuff, and yeah, all those conspiracies.
Imagine like with Kaya's kid, he tells them all of that and he goes to school and he becomes like a fucking conspiracy theorist to his peers.
I'm
To be
just.
fair, it's not a conspiracy. That
No, I
It is,
know,
A,
I know.
yes, it is not a
TikTok-
conspiracy, and
I
B,
know.
that app is absolute. It is a toilet, and
Yep.
all the other
True.
kids are doing it is not good enough of an excuse. I don't give a shit if all the other kids do heroin. This is like, it's just not a good idea to, like you guys said, unsupervised access. Thankfully, I like to think that I'm kind of like internet smart, so I'll have to be able, to keep up kind of sorta with whatever the fucking new apps they're gonna have, like 20 years from now, but still.
When is the line drawn? Like, at what age do you kind of back off and let the kids, or your children, I mean, give them a little bit of freedom?
Oh, that's got to be high
I
school.
guess they have to.
It's-
That's got
they
to
have
be
to earn it.
Yeah, it's got to be
Whenever
high
they-
school.
I would wager a lot younger, because at a certain age, they're going to figure out how to get around anything you do, no matter what. Oh, they put a fucking app blocker that blocks TikTok. Well, I figured out how to uninstall it because I'm
Or they'll do it
10.
at their friend's house or something like
Yeah,
that.
at a
Like,
certain
it's-
very young
yeah.
age, they're going to figure out how to get around anything you try to do unless you're actively monitoring them.
You have
Well,
to
that's
teach
what
them
I'm saying.
critical thinking. It's
Yeah.
not an age thing. You just have to teach them, hey kiddo, look, any man that you talk to online, he doesn't give a shit about you, okay? He's trying to rape you. Like, that's it. If you're on Discord and there's a fucking 40-year-old...
Well, that's a little much, but
No,
Guys,
it's not
he's
enough.
not
Have you
even
seen these
wrong.
fucking people on TikTok? There's guys going around like, hey
Yeah.
kids, if you're feeling like they especially target fucking LGBT youth, which is just disgusting. They go on there and they're like, if your parents don't support you, I'll be your new dad. You can talk to me. Come into my Discord server, kitten. And then before you know it, this fucking 15-year-old is talking to a 40-year-old man about his fucking sexual life and his sexual problems. It's like,
He's not wrong.
no,
Yeah,
oh,
I mean,
no.
that's
I'm
definitely
not
something that
saying.
happens.
I'm not saying the claim is wrong. I just think maybe your parenting style is a little in your face, where you
Yes,
just sit them down and go, "He's going to rape you."
I know. Again, you
Listen here,
package
Biff. Get off TikTok. Everyone's trying to rape you.
Okay, I think you guys need to remember I would not talk to my children the way I talk to you three. Okay? Get off there, retard.
So Kai is the kind of parent where, like, he'll sit down with his daughter and be like, "Now, you know not to talk to adults on TikTok, right? That's not good." And then later that same night, he comes to us. She's gonna get raped. It's gonna happen. It's the end times.
Cold
There's
sweats
gonna
like,
be
oh my
that
god.
shit, man. I tell kids this all the time. Like, if you're gay or whatever the fuck, and you're kind of wondering, or you're confused about your body and shit, and I know sometimes you're isolated and maybe you live in a shitty place where there isn't much support, but stick to people your own age. If you're a gay boy, stick to like other gay boys that are in your rough age range. Someone who's 20 years older than you has no good intentions. No matter what they say, no matter the fucking inclusive language or whatnot, you should have a friend group of people your own age, and gatekeep it hard. Don't let adults in.
I think
Unless they,
rule,
your parents and shit, but...
I think a big rule of thumb is no adults, like no one that's like 18 plus should ever be friends with someone that's like anything 16 and below. Under no circumstance should there be any kind of like friendship or relationship like with an adult and a kid. It's just,
you can expand that.
That's not all right.
You can expand that as well to the qualities of a healthy-minded adult. I personally don't want to be friends with children.
Exactly.
Like there's nothing in my brain that goes, yeah, I really want to get close to these kids and hang out with them. It's like, no, I want to hang out with other adults.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being in a conversation with anyone being interested in a conversation with anyone under like 21 at this point.
You can
it's like a
humor
different world.
children. Like if they're like, yo, check out this new cartoon because I'm 5. I'll be like, whoa, cool cartoon. Ha ha ha.
Well, that's so different. It's not like, hey, I'm going over to Bill's house. We're going to go watch Paw Patrol or something. Like, it's super different.
Exactly. It's not an actual friendship. And like no adult should try to have an actual friendship with a kid, you know?
Yeah, and just stick to your family. I promise you, even if you have problems with your parents and even if you feel like they're not supportive, they still love you a hell of a lot more than the furry on Discord who's sending you catboy callers in his Catboy Ranch Discord. Don't do it.
Or you could just get off social media entirely and be so much happier and healthier and literally improve your life in every way.
I just don't think kids can do that anymore. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
unfortunately.
it's so ingrained in like society. I don't think there's a
it is
chance.
so
for it.
Unfortunately, it is. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
But
and like pulling that away from them, it really is just gonna cause them to resent you, and more so like they're gonna want it more as well. Then it's like forbidden candy.
I know.
Or forbidden fruit.
They don't even know it, man. Like, we genuinely need internet literacy classes in school now, because the problem used to be would be boomers, right? So you'd feel bad for your mom because she can't even set up her own email or whatever. But now these children are born into this culture now where you can't even exist without a Google account. You'd be surprised how many people genuinely think they cannot live without Google products.
I think kids are technologically literate. They're just not like societally literate.
Yeah.
They don't know.
This could be a fucking just perception of things because there's so much social media and all this shit everywhere. But I feel like people are more socially awkward now than ever.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just ever.
Oh yeah.
Look
And
at
it's
us.
unfortunate. I mean, they're technologically
we are
literate, but they're like privacy illiterates. You know, they just don't know what's good for them, and they go on Twitter and say
they're
dumb
afraid
shit.
of things, Kaya. That's the one that bothers me the most. They are afraid of certain things. They don't like sex topics and swearing and like all this really tame shit. They're just like, ooh, that makes me uncomfortable. I don't get that. I don't get that anymore.
They're just looking for a cause, man. I think. Yeah, wait, are you talking about teenagers?
Yeah, like it seems like if you look on Twitter and TikTok, there's tons of people who are like just completely uncomfortable with the idea of like swear words or talking about like dark topics or sex or adult things. And I don't get that.
They just want to rebel against something, and they just want to feel like they're doing something, like some form of activism. It's like the people who get mad at me for saying the word retard, and they'll fucking type down in the comments like, oh, Kaya saying the R slur, I can't believe moist critical associates. But like, bro, I guarantee you that not a single person with a mental disability has been helped by your comment right there, okay? Do something real for the world. Go volunteer at a soup kitchen or something. Actually help people instead of being a little Puritan Karen in the comments section. Like, it's boring and useless. You're not helping. You're not better than anyone because you left that comment.
It's kind of fun to think that we are the last generation to have a childhood without modern internet.
I know, isn't that crazy?
It's weird. We had experiences growing up that kids now, or like even teenagers now, will never understand.
I thought you guys were born after the internet was.
Nope, it wasn't.
Gaining traction.
It wasn't like a household thing. Even when I was a kid, Andrew and Kai are like 2 years older than me, but even when I was a kid, it wasn't like in every household.
Especially the modern internet. Like, yeah, the internet was around, but it wasn't nearly what it is now to any degree. It didn't really kick off that way.
Modern internet is like 2010 onwards.
Modern internet is about 2007, which is when the first iPhone was introduced. So that's when like smartphones took over and everything became geared less about websites and more about apps. That's kind of when it started.
Facebook was around 2007.
It was 2007 as well, yeah. So I think Twitter was 2007 as well, too.
No. Twitter was not 2007. It was definitely a little later. I actually remember when Twitter was launched, I thought it was the stupidest idea of all time.
Twitter launched March 2007.
That blows my fucking mind. What?
Facebook was 2004, apparently.
Yeah. Actually, apparently it started in beta in 2006, so it's even older. Holy shit.
I remember like when Twitter was first catching on to some degree, they were talking about trying to sell it and no one wanted it, which I guess is still true today. And I still thought it was the stupidest fucking thing ever. All of my friends didn't like it. Nobody I knew used it. No one on Xbox Live that I knew used it. I thought for sure it was just the most dead on arrival thing ever. Now look at it.
I think it became what it is now once they doubled the character limit, because it became less about like, you could formulate more when you had that character limit up. It went from useless one-string thoughts to actual, like, hey, I'm making a statement. You know what I mean?
It was.
No, I think it was celebrities and stuff like that made it more popular.
Too.
They just
it became a place to go if you wanted to hear like celebrities talk. I guess.
I still hit
what their opinions were.
Like sometimes I send people shit I see on Twitter that like either I find funny or makes me angry maybe sometimes, and they every single time it's like, Twitter's not a real place. Like, bro, the fucking president and his entire cabinet and every athlete and musician and scientist is on this goddamn app. Like, I don't know how long that excuse is gonna work, because you sound like a fucking boomer who still thinks that the internet is not a real place. Like, if someone in the real life makes a statement on Twitter, it no longer exists and magically is not real anymore.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean?
Well, like I said, that excuse where I'll send someone something and they go, oh, just ignore it. That's not real. That's not real news. That's not nothing of concern when, I don't know, like a large company makes a shitty announcement. That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of sick of it all, man. I really am. I have been like not going on Twitter or any of that shit lately, and I just feel so much better. I literally only log on Twitter now to just upload like links to videos and then log out immediately.
Same.
That's not true. I saw you. I replied to one of your tweets the other day. It was about NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys.
That's for a video. Wink.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I'm thinking 9 steps ahead, Jackson.
He's already in the mainframe.
Yeah. Got it all planned out.
Start a conversation.
But no, my main point on that is, yeah, I post stuff every now and then, but I literally post and then like log off. I just don't browse it anymore.
I
it
noticed
doesn't
that
make
when you
me
didn't
happy.
reply to me.
Yeah,
Dick.
fuck you, Jackson. I'm busy. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get worse because no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
So, which is why I don't want to have children.
It just feels like fucking information overload lately, you know? Like, I see so many people who have this routine where it's like, all right, I'm going to open TikTok, And then, okay, I looked at everything on there. Now I'm going to open Twitter. Okay, I looked at everything on there. Let me check my subreddits. Okay, I did everything on there. Facebook, not very active, but let me check on there. Oh, let me go to this fucking thing. It's like it's too much. I don't know how every single day you can just want to look up all this info and be happy from it, because it just feels like 95% of what you're doing is a waste of time and doesn't excite or entertain or do anything. It's just there. You know what I mean?
Like Kaya said earlier in the episode, it's no surprise that like mental illness is like drastically on the rise across generations, and it is solely social media's fault. I would say.
It's a fucking plague. I say it every episode. Like, just get off of it. It sucks. It'll never happen. Social media will never go away, but I can't stand it anymore. It just feels so fucking pointless.
You've packaged socialization into this little thing that fits in your hand, and humans inherently like socialization. Mm-hmm. Even people that don't, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I mean,
the
it can be
appeal.
fun. There are upsides. They used to be fun, but yeah, I also.
I'm not fucking like deriding it. Like, I understand it. I get the purpose. I see its utility. In fact, it helps for a lot of stuff. Like if you're organizing a group or need to communicate with someone or spreading news. Like Twitter spreads fucking news, good or bad, like wildfire. It just goes everywhere. But 95% of what you get on there is like, you don't even remember it. That's the big thing. When you browse Twitter or TikTok or what fucking have you, after 30 minutes, you forget the vast majority of what you even just looked at. So it's like, what's the point? Yeah. I would so much rather watch a show that I can then talk about, or work on something I can show off, or play a game that I'm going to remember and like sink time into and play with friends, you know?
Ideally, you shouldn't be browsing Twitter on like your computer anyway. It's like, I do it on the toilet and I look at cat photos, you know?
Yeah,
it's not, like,
see, that's when I read. That's when I start reading. I either read books or manga, and it's like I get more out of that.
When did you start reading? What are you reading right now?
House of Leaves, actually. I think I mentioned it.
Oh, good book.
Yeah,
great book.
I think I talked about it a few months ago. I got kind of like zoned out and took a break, but I'm picking it back up again. It's good. It's cool.
It's such a creative book. Yeah. I love House of Leaves.
But I mean, it's not important, the specifics. The whole point is that I've just found more fulfillment instead of browsing social media, finding like, okay, I'm going to read this manga I want to read, or I'm going to pick up this book, or just doing something with substance, you know? It's just a personal thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, you're so much better than everyone else, Andrew.
And that's how I'm trying to not come off as, because it is pretentious. But I get it. It's pretentious, but I just...
Not really.
I'm sticking to it. It's my opinion, you know?
Everyone should read.
You're completely in the right.
Yeah.
Read your
Everyone
books.
should read. Kids, go read.
There's no argument there. Social media is substanceless. Substanceless. It's just devoid of any kind of substance. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It depends. You have to follow the right people. I like to think that I'm actually kind of good at using Twitter, not as in promoting myself or anything, just like a user, a reader, because I follow such an eclectic collection of like people, like the most demented literal shit eaters and such. And then on the other hand, really talented artists and scientists and people whose Substack articles I really like and all that sort of stuff. And of course, cat photos, you have to throw those in. So you know, your timeline doesn't get too miserable.
It's definitely good for killing time.
You're also begging for a white nationalist Ethan Ralph to unblock you so you can box.
You have to coordinate your fights through it.
Yeah.
See, but that's funny, but that's like, yeah, it sounds trashy and shitty and substanceless and dumb and like bad for me, but I do that stuff after I've already done my like healthier stuff. Okay, I get in bed, I read The Myth of Sisyphus, which is a depressing fucking really thick sluggish philosophy book to get through, where I take like 10 minutes to understand every damn page, and I look like a moron every time I read it in public because I read it so slow, so people probably think I'm illiterate or something. But then, you know, sometimes I just want to close it and I want to go on the internet and I want to laugh at people. I want to turn my brain off for a little bit too.
Oh yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just know too many people. I know way too many people who, at any instance of downtime or free time or having to wait, they'll pull out their phone and they'll open what have you, Reddit, TikTok, etc. And then after 10 minutes, they're done and they don't even remember what they looked at. They don't
Oh, yeah,
even
that's just
care.
awful.
And it's reflexive because they open it and they don't even like look at anything. They don't get any invested. They don't even consume anything. They just scroll. And it's like a habit. And I'll even ask like, what are you doing? What are you looking at? And they'll go, oh, nothing. And it's like, okay.
Just scrolling.
You know
Just
what? I
scrolling.
think
It's like, that's so pointless. Fuck it.
I can probably pinpoint when this culture of social media got objectively measurably worse is when they introduced infinite scroll.
What's
And
infinite
when it
scroll?
first came out,
Just when you
my
can
mind was
constantly
blown.
scroll and it would keep loading.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Reddit does
Yeah, because
that,
it used
I
to
think.
be every social media site does it.
Yeah,
now, right? It
yeah,
used to
no,
be
it
It
Charlie
used to be
where
paged.
you would
Yeah,
have
yeah.
page 1, page
Yeah,
2, like
yeah.
4chan works, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, yeah.
still. And then one day they introduced this new JavaScript bullshit auto refresh thing where when it detects that your scroll bar is at the bottom, it just loads more posts. And you don't really notice this. It's completely transparent. You just think, oh, this website is infinite. And it just keeps you there infinitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, even if it takes me hours. I'll get to the bottom.
I just feel
But
so
the lie is there is no bottom.
I just
They
feel so
probably just, like,
fucking old lately, man. Like, I've been doing this thing where if I have downtime and I know it's going to be less than 10 minutes, I just don't pull out my phone. I'll just, like, look at stuff and just, I don't know,
What is
think.
that? What does
kinda
that mean?
meditate.
Okay, what does that mean? You just like stare at the wall?
Well, no, I'll exist. I'll fucking meditate on stuff. I'll just be alone with my thoughts and kind of like, wait. But everyone pulls out their phone instinctively. And I don't know. I just noticed now how many people reflexively, without even thinking about it, it's their immediate go-to when they have to be bored for more than a minute. You know what I
did
mean?
turn into a 70-year-old man.
I definitely feel old. I definitely feel uncool. And I know for a fact the majority of feedback on this episode is going to be like, oh, crotchety old man Andrew spewing his dust, coughing out his fucking bones and liver. I get that. I accept that. That is completely true. But at the same time, fucking people, they'll be in line at the grocery store and they'll be behind two people in the express line, and they'll be like, oh, I have to wait now behind like two people in the express line. This is going to take maybe 6 minutes. And they'll just pull out their phone and they'll just be browsing shit when it's like, I don't know. Do you really need to be entertained for that short period of time?
I don't even like associating with those kind of people, man. Like in my entire life, like when you hang out with a friend at a cafe at Starbucks or something and they pull out their phone while you're talking, it's like, okay, we don't need to be friends. And like I said, even when they're standing in line and such, you guys know that really shitty feeling when you're watching a movie with someone and they just stare at their phone. It's like you're doing that, but with life. It's even worse than doing it during a movie. This is like your life.
They know. Oh, well.
Speaking of social media toxicness, Kai, you posted something in our group chat about the plastic surgeon. That video.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
Oh,
dystopic, yeah.
It is so
What-
fucking
I didn't see it.
disgusting.
okay,
What is
so
it?
yesterday I saw a video on that somebody was reposting from TikTok, and it's a video of that girl from Stranger Things who has, I guess,
Oh,
a
I
distinct
saw
head
that.
shape.
Yeah, I saw that today actually on Twitter.
Do you want
when
to
I-
describe it?
Isn't that shit fucking disgusting?
Yeah.
It's so gross.
That's-
Let Charlie describe it for them.
Yeah.
So Nancy from Stranger Things, there's a TikTok plastic surgeon, and her whole shtick is like, here's what I would do if they wanted work done. So she
Yeah.
talks about Nancy, the actress, her facial shape, and points out things that she thinks could be improved. So she's like, I could go into the masseter, and you guys know how much I love masseter injections, and fix up the shape a little bit, give it more of a heart shape, then do a little bit of chin filling here to give her a more rounded aesthetic face. Then, of course, I'd go up to the eyebrows with a little Botox to give a bow
While
lift.
drawing diagrams on her face, by
Yeah,
the way, with little
yeah.
arrows pointing. And then when she showed the finished product, I actually laughed out loud. I was on the toilet and I lolled because she looks like a fucking turnip. Like she looks so much worse. But it's like,
so
isn't any
goofy.
She's so much
Okay,
worse.
so can you blame me for not wanting my daughter on this fucking app? Imagine the mental
No.
illness this gives a young woman to sit there and have it mathematically pointed out by another woman, no less, how you're ugly. Right?
And but by the way, Natalie is like, from my perspective, I mean, I guess personal opinion or whatever, I think Natalie's far more attractive than
She's
than
not
the
an
surgeon.
unattractive person is the key point, you know? Like,
At all.
like if she
At all.
did this with like Steve Buscemi, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you might have a point. But she does it with a woman who, by all reasonable accounts, people would say is attractive to some degree or another.
Here's how I
even
fix
that's not
Steve
good enough.
Buscemi.
A lot of young girls are going to look at this and think she's way prettier than me, and you're like dissecting how ugly she is. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
So that's actually, I don't know how familiar you guys are, but that's actually something that's big on YouTube, or at least it was.
Really?
So yeah, like makeup artists, and I didn't see too many plastic surgeons on YouTube, but I'm sure that's there too. They would take like celebrities or whatever's trending, whatever actress or whoever's trending, and then they'd make videos about how they'd make them look better. So they'd start pointing out flaws and saying, well, here's how she should be doing her makeup to hide, like, you know, the bags under her eyes.
Fucking
or
insufferable.
Yeah, it's so fucked up. It's so stupid. It is a big trend on YouTube.
I don't know what it is about people thinking that like celebrities are completely immune to just really mean, nasty criticism. But
Well,
because think
probably
about
attract
it. No,
the
no, no.
most.
This woman on TikTok is never going to do this with some random nobody. She's never going to be like, I saw this woman on the street
I'll
and
make you
look
eat
how
those
ugly.
words,
She
I'll
might.
check.
Look,
She might. You're giving her
it's
too much credit.
unlikely, though. But the whole point is she thinks because that woman she's critiquing is a celebrity, she can just say all this nasty shit about her appearance and be justified in it.
why are you commenting on people's appearances in this way anyway? It's so fucking disgusting. Why can't you look at yourself in the mirror and think about what you're actually like contributing to the world?
It's weird, isn't it? This is okay. What was that girl's name? Who was that girl that sang the OK Boomer song or something, and now she's a Twitch streamer?
Yeah.
There was like a photo of her that people put online that was circulating. Someone says Nico. I don't know if that's correct. Anyway,
It is.
there was a photo of her in like PJs or something, and she looks normal. But the comment was on the tweets was something like, "This is Hispanic bitches like this be like," or Hispanic women after 2 months of marriage be like, with the implication that she had gained weight. And it's like, again, they call you a simp when you say that people shouldn't do this. And it's not about that fucking girl. Like, I don't care about these people, any of them. But the point is that, like, there's young women who see that, and they can see with their own two eyes that this is a normal looking woman. And maybe a woman that, again, looks even better than they do, because maybe you're a young girl and you're thinking, she's beautiful. And, you know, I even have a few pounds on her, and her boobs are bigger than mine. And they're dunking on her and calling her fat and frumpy and ugly and telling her she shouldn't take photos without makeup. It's like,
It's impossible not to compare yourself in that situation. It's
a bummer.
It's definitely bad.
Also, Andrew's right.
Bad for mental
The plastic surgeon doesn't do this for random people.
Yeah, it's all celebrities.
Yeah.
so
Well,
of
of
course
course,
because
she
the
doesn't do
whole
it for
point-
random people. She's not going to give views on that.
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
I
Well,
don't know
that
why I
is a
thought she
part of
would.
it, but I think the other part also is because they're celebrities and they're seen as like more product, less person. She feels like she can just pick this person's looks and physical features apart with reckless abandon.
Yeah, she feels like they won't see it or whatever. Or
Exactly.
like you said, they're a product, and like
Yeah.
there's some. Yeah.
By the way,
Imagine
but
if she
it's
did this
mostly-
to
it's
a
mostly
random.
views.
Imagine
It
if
is
she
mostly
did this
views.
to another like TikTok user. Like that'd just be bullying. They'd just flat out be bullying, but it's okay
That would be
because it's a
bullying,
celebrity.
but on
Andrew.
TikTok, you will not find many ugly people. I remember when I think TikTok's internal documents or something got leaked at some point, and it turned out that they do not allow ugly people on the front page of the app. Ugly or fat people. I'm not shitting you.
That's not true. I've absolutely seen like fat people on the
Maybe
front.
they changed it, but there was
Well,
definitely
used to
discussion
Jackson
about
follows
them.
fat channels exclusively. Those are his interests.
exclusively.
Kaya is
Doug
right
does.
though. There was a big controversy because it did come out that TikTok actively suppressed people that weren't pretty or if they were overweight.
Dude, that's fucked up, but I also get it, man, because the whole point of this shit is to keep you fucking like depressed and addicted and looking at it like, oh, she's so much prettier than I am. I got to see what she's doing. I get it.
But didn't the beauty industry already do this with the whole fat positivity movement where they put fat models on stuff and it still didn't help?
Well, what was funny is the whole big thing about that was they were going to do real models. They were like, okay, this is what real women look like. This one is in a wheelchair and this one's fat and this one has burn scars and we're going to put them in the thing. And then they just Photoshopped the shit out of them anyway. So it completely defeated the purpose.
Oh, absolutely. I remember it. You guys, I'm sure you have heard of Tess Holliday, right? She was one of the original HACE activists, health at every size, a fat activist. And she would do these like photo shoots and shit. I am super morbidly, she is mega obese. I'm super morbidly obese, but here I am in a bikini anyway because fat is beautiful and fuck you if you disagree and doctors can die. And turns out, oh, you Photoshop all of your photos to remove the cellulite. I wonder why. What happened to fat is beautiful? Why is it morbid obesity? Why does it require Photoshop now on top of it? I don't know. Somebody shaming in his order. Shame is a good thing. You shouldn't be fucking obese. But yeah.
Wasn't Tess Holliday the one where, yeah, she was huge on haze and health at every size, but then recently she put out tweets where she was like, for the safety of my health, I have to lose weight. Wasn't that her?
She was saying that she's anorexic and she's been battling with anorexia. No, that's not my joke. That's what she actually said. I'm not even joking.
I see.
She said she has eating problems. I don't know. Fucking weird,
I think
man.
I thought there was some plus size model who for years was like,
It does sound
be
familiar.
fat and you'll be happy.
What you're confusing, Andrew, is you're talking about Rebel Wilson. She, for a long time, used to say Amy Schumer stole her stick of being like the overweight, silly lady, and then Rebel Wilson lost a lot of weight, and people got really mad at her for losing weight because she'd always been proud of her size. But she wanted to be healthier, so she lost weight, and then people got very upset.
That might be what I'm thinking of.
That's absolutely what you're thinking of.
It's so weird.
That's always the weirdest thing, the crabs in a bucket mentality. They do the same thing with every like celebrated women, especially where Adele? Yeah, Adele also lost a bunch of weight.
Oh,
and
that
then
was
people
another
got
big
mad
one.
at her
Yeah.
and called her a traitor.
It's the fucking American culture, man. It's so much easier to hate than to put in the work yourself. So it's like, I could lose weight, or I could just shit on this person and feel better. The end.
I don't care if someone's fat, but you should be aware of the health consequences of being fat, and you shouldn't like sugarcoat it or
shame them.
ignore those
Like,
facts.
I don't want this to be misconstrued that you should never make fun of someone's body, but like not someone like fucking what's her face, Nicole Lol, or the girl from Stranger Things. Like these are normal looking, healthy women. Go make fun of Tammy Slayton. That's a lifestyle that no one should support. Make fun of Tess Holiday.
I think
No,
while
you shouldn't
you're
be going and making fun of people regardless. It's just
while you're allowed to do whatever you want with your body, like straight up do anything you want, you should not purport
Within reason.
some of your things as healthy. Like you can
exactly.
eat yourself to 400 pounds. By all means, do it. If you want to, that is your choice. But to tell other people that like you're healthy at that weight, no,
Jackson,
not at all.
the reason I'm okay with bullying people like Tess Holiday is because she goes around promoting this shit. That's my problem. I don't want people going around telling like young people that's stuff your face
I
with
still
cake
think
until you have
can
an
make it a
aneurysm.
more. I think you can make it a more productive argument by not stooping to just shaming and bullying. You can
But
be
it's
like
more fun!
because there's scientific basis, yeah, but it also like downplays your whole point.
I mean, we shit on Elon Musk for his grotesque body.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, fuck.
True.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's
His
the
body is-
celebrity product.
His
of a
body is
person.
pretty stupid, though. Am I right, boys? Like he's got a
mayonnaise
dumb,
man.
he's got a dumb looking body, a little marshmallow guy.
It's
What
the
a weirdo.
mayonnaise monster. He's coming out of retirement.
Plus, he's a billionaire. It's fine.
Yeah, billionaires don't have feelings. Man, fuck that guy. He doesn't
He's a
have
billionaire
feelings.
who doesn't have sex.
Loser.
What an actual loser.
You guys want to make a video of us like working on him in Photoshop?
Yeah, here's how we fix his body.
I put some synthol in his pectoral muscles and this area here.
I drain the adipose from his chest.
Give him a nice
Deflated.
little lift here, and here.
Yeah, we're gonna want to remove the penis. It's got no use currently. He's not having sex
And
anyway.
we're gonna put all that penile growth in his ass. Give him a real dumper.
He's already got a dumper.
Give him a bigger dumper.
We're gonna inject him with some melanin. We're gonna give him the reverse, like Michael Jackson surgery. We need to make him darker. My God, is he pale?
I don't think Elon Musk has ever actually like lifted anything ever, like in his life. Like even like a backpack. I think the main thing he needs to do is just maybe start like moving around, I guess.
Are we doing the same thing with Elon Musk that woman was doing with the Stranger Things
Yes.
woman?
Yeah, that's what we were joking
That's
about.
fucking awesome, dude. High five. That's so funny.
Isn't it? It's fucking great. Fist bump.
Fucking funny as shit.
I do think it's pretty fucked up that that men don't get the same kind of like benefit of the doubt.
Here's the difference,
but I'm
Jackson.
okay with that.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. If Elon hit a proper diet and exercise, he could easily shape a lot of that up. Meanwhile, the other lady is offering fucking invasive surgery as a fix to something that's not even a problem.
Also, there are
different.
gender differences. Men have a much easier time losing weight and actually gaining like
Also
some
true.
muscle
Yeah,
form.
no,
It's-
absolutely. But I meant like on a societal level, like we don't give the
yeah.
same kind of,
but,
you know,
see-
men compare themselves to each other as well, but people don't care about that kind of side of things.
Well, yeah. Okay, so the thing is, obviously, like the majority of bullying that women experience comes from other women. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I just think doing my part as a man, I am unashamedly sexist about this. I do not call women fats that I know in real life. Like, I tell this to guys that I know if they're younger, just like as a life lesson that I think is good to pass on. I don't think you should ever call like a female friend of yours fat, even as a joke, because I guarantee you, no matter how jokingly you say it, that girl is gonna go home and look at herself in the mirror and feel bad.
Yeah, wait.
That reminds me of
Who are you hanging out with that needs to be advised?
No, Kaya's got a point. That reminds me of a fun story that happened to me. I don't think I've told this on the podcast. Have I told my girlfriend and the peanut butter story?
What the fuck? No. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
Okay. All right. Yes. My girlfriend and her peanut butter adventure. No. So I went through this joking phase with my girlfriend for a while, where I'd retort everything with like "you're" whatever she said. Goofy like relationship stuff. Like she'd get a bill in the mail and be like, "Oh, this is so dumb," and I'd be like, "You're dumb." That kind of stuff.
Yeah, incredibly annoying.
Yeah,
and
just
grating
being
on
an annoying
Fridays.
piece of
Yeah.
shit.
That
I am.
sounds miserable. What the fuck?
Being the unlikable human being that I am. But one time, we got groceries, and I think we accidentally got chunky peanut butter instead of smooth. And she just looked at it and went, "Oh, this is chunky." And I just reflexively went, "You're chunky." And it was the only time I've done that I actually hurt her feelings. And I felt so bad. I felt
even just-
so bad.
That
Even
is
just knowing where it
exactly
was
what I
going
mean.
made me feel bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
I stopped that.
I hope
from
you made
that,
it up to
From
her.
that day on, I stopped doing that. As funny and hilarious as it already was, I had to retire it there. Yeah.
How old were you?
This is like a couple months ago.
Oh my god, Andrew.
Yeah. We have fun. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna come out against all bullying and name calling, Jackson. That would make me a hypocrite. I talk shit on the internet and I eat shit on the internet. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Wait, what's your point?
My
Strong,
point is
you're a big
it's
strong
not-
man.
My
say
point
it.
is it's okay to point and laugh at some people, Jackson. That was it.
Yeah. I guess.
Well, you were telling me not to laugh at Tess Holiday.
I didn't tell you to do shit. I just think it's weird.
Weird.
Yeah, I just think it's weird to like care that much about another person, where you would then go and shame them or interact with them in a negative light like that, unless they're like, a criminal or a pedophile or something along those lines.
Yeah. Or a super morbidly obese person telling people cake is healthy.
It's not even relatable. It's not even the same ballpark.
Oh my god, we make fun of Elon Musk's moves for like half an hour, but this is
Yeah,
unrelatable
and I
too?
said like,
What has Elon done to you?
I do, I do find it weird that we give men the pass on that. But that's more of a societal thing. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You guys want to wrap?
Yes.
Yeah, we can wrap.
Alright, take us out,
Alrighty.
Jackson.
Thanks, guys, for listening to the official podcast. If you want to hang out on our Patreon, we've got a Patreon over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast with bonus episodes. Got one going up today. It was a fun time. We talk about cum a lot in that one, I think. Yeah, that's it for this week. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.